How would you see on live? Fucking shit.
Yeah, well.
I've never done it outside before.
No, but it's also, for some reason, our procaster's not working at all. It's
What
not.
is all that noise?
He's moving the mic.
Kevin.
Hail, Holy Queen, enthroned above. Oh, Maria, Hail, Mother of Mercy and of love. Oh, Maria. Okay, there.
About as much as I know.
That's the SS
Oh my
Decontrol
God,
do
we got
that.
children
All right,
they've been indoctrinated.
okay,
Are
so
you ready to roll?
I'm ready. I'm ready
ready?
when y'all is.
Oh, you're rolling?
We're already
Oh,
rolling.
okay, we're already rolling.
Okay, so here we are with Decontrol. And now, before we begin, just want to say Becca over here shared her first Decontrol story.
Oh, yeah, that was the other.
She saw these fellas back in high school. And now I can share you my first Decontrol story. I shared the stage with them once. My band, the KMX band, played with them at a cystic fibrosis benefit show at the L Bar, hell onto the L. That would have been about 7.5 years ago over there, at which point I bought the CD that has the full discography up to this point. Because you folks had, you did like two full lengths or two album length releases in the 80s and an EP. And then upon reforming, was that like sometime in the 2000s, you did like another album, and they were all included on that first CD.
Right, 33 songs.
33 songs on there, all fits onto one CD, and yes, it is in my car right now. Over there, it is on my iPod. Strongly recommend it. And before we go further, I do understand you have another one on the way, according to the website.
Yes, we do. It's called Thoughts and Prayers.
Thoughts and
It's
Prayers.
going to be on vinyl, multicolored vinyl.
Oh.
Yep. And it's coming out through the Give and Groove. The Dead Milkmen are on there too.
Woo!
The Dead Milkmen's album just came out on Monday. It was came out on the Giving Groove label. It's one of the first releases coming out on Giving Groove label.
Right.
Giving Groove.
Giving it sounds like one bitch from Camaro. Right?
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
everybody else on there. And just are we going to be hearing some more from this record coming up tonight? Or are we?
Yeah.
Nice. I know.
We've got some songs that are like 40 years old and some songs that are a couple of weeks old. So.
I guess whatever. I remember one thing about your CD for the first album. It said recorded between 80 and 85. It didn't really have a release date for the first one. It's like, look, it happened sometime between this period. All right, it's on there, and then, bam. So yeah, I guess the bottom line is if it's good, just put the damn thing out. That's what just on here. And overall, just over the years, remember I got that Pennsylvania hardcore documentary, and then I remember you guys had covered a little bit in there. I've seen that just by going to that first CD. I've just seen your style. You've done a lot with it over the years. Like it's the first album, the first release on there sounds to me, I wouldn't call it hardcore so much, it's just heavy in your face punk. And then the second album, that's when did you whip out a saxophone on that record, or
there's a piano.
There's a piano.
There's a jackhammer.
A jackhammer, okay.
Yeah. And there's a flute.
And a flute.
Yeah.
Right. The second one being a little bit all over the place. So I mean, is there any one style you put yourselves in other than just punk? Is there any?
I'd say it's all punk because punk names do whatever the hell you want. And that's what we did.
Amen.
Amen. And the newer stuff on that CD. Thinking I got it in 2010. But when was that CD actually released? Was it
2001.
I don't know.
2001? Okay, about 2001.
I don't know. I don't have it.
Right. Yeah, I just remember. There's a lot of time period to cover, but probably more time than we have over here. But I remember that this started out pretty much as a two-man project with one guy on git bass, another guy screaming.
Yeah. And then just had a friend of mine, and he just basically screamed through bottles and stuff.
What was his name? Zero.
Chris Dimmick.
Chris
I don't
Dimmick?
know where he ever ended up, and probably not someplace good. And then we got Richie and a drummer Keith, and they were both really good. And so it was like, I'm in a real band all of a sudden. So,
Get ready for the roller coaster to go. Yeah, so, and I mean, and right now, we've already had a sampling of some of the older songs. I see that there's quite a bit available in that set list. And like I said, there's a lot of time to cover in here. Were you guys, do you guys go inactive during the 90s, or were you just not putting out new material, just doing the occasional show?
Just occasional. And I moved to California for a while. And, we've had a couple breaks here and there. But,
I guess that's the one constant in here, right? Yeah. So then this new one, if that album was released, the CD you put out was released early 2000s. This would be like the first record of new material.
Yes.
Quite some time. So this is sort of like I want to compare it to Chinese Democracy.
well, I hope not.
Yeah.
Oh.
We worked harder on it.
We worked harder than on Chinese Democracy, and it's probably a lot heavier than that, I would imagine.
Oh God.
Right. I guess. Well, we're going to hear some magnum opus action. And do you guys do any touring in there? You mostly stay around like.
We stayed around here. We played New York and New Jersey and stuff like that, and DC, Baltimore. But
Right. Now, you talked about a holiday in New Jersey. And you talk about Seaside Heights and, of course, Jersey Fights in there. And I just had to think about it, when the Jersey Shore show started, all that stuff going on in Seaside Heights and everything. Was there, does the song tell people more about the old Seaside Heights? Or?
Yeah, because that's an ancient song. That goes back to like the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 1980.
1980. I was born in 1980. So
Jersey Fights.
Oh, Jersey Fights.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought it was Jersey Fights. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would be more in keeping
Jersey
with
Fights would be like a political campaign ad.
political campaign ad or
AC
something.
skinhead stuff, maybe.
But okay, yeah. So, what do you have in addition to the album? Like, what do you have coming up in terms of like gigging locally? I think.
Yeah, we're probably going to play a bunch of gigs after the album comes out and stuff.
To be determined.
Yeah.
To be determined. Okay, so nothing on the schedule just yet.
Yeah, we have a couple gigs, but I forget when they are. Check your local listing.
Yeah, and again, with the sound that's been all over the place, and I guess I just remember you guys being on that PA hardcore documentary. Have you done hardcore shows? Have you been sort of lumped in with that?
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, basically.
I can see the sound going down great with that in there. I can. Yeah, I guess I was going to ask. Is there any of, like, just in terms of PA local bands that are there any ones you could recommend that have had the longevity that you folks have had?
There's nobody around from when we started.
Thorazine.
Yeah, maybe Thorazine.
FOD.
Yeah, there's
FOD, Milkman.
if they're still playing.
And
Dead Milkmen.
Yeah, we just got them at Car Park Fest.
Yes, and also I just had to wonder, SS Decontrol. Well, did they come out around the same time?
They came out after us.
A little bit
and
after. Yeah.
actually, we had some argument going on, and that's why they're SS Decontrol, not Decontrol.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, I was wondering if there are any. So there are no mix-ups going on there about that, right?
No. And actually, there's a couple other Decontrol. There's one in Canada. There's one in England. Or something. I don't know what the status is or anything.
Right. Well, I talked to one guy who was in a band called Eulogy, and he thought he was really special until he looked at the band registry. So all the other bands called Eulogy. So he had to deal with that. That's a fellow from Northern Liberties. He really had to do that. Of course, I had an act called Severed at one point. I was like, yeah, Severed. But then,
at certain points, I've played in other bands and stuff, and looking for names. It's like there's going to be collateral damage, and there's 50 collateral damage. It's like any name you look up. There's
Except for Boing.
No Boing. My first band. I don't think anyone's taken Homicidal Rage. Right? Anyone of note. I think that. Yes, and then of course, we'll do it later on. I'm going to do my mainline themed hardcore band, Sense of Entitlement. That's going to come down the line, but I don't think that band's going to be too newsworthy when it does happen. But yeah, so right now with on there, right? It talks about all the hardships you get growing up on the main line, like getting lost all the time, or just nonstop yard work, or that they closed down the Wanamakers, so now you have no more landmarks. There's all the difficulties that I had growing up in there, so really have to get that out. But yes, but going back to actual punk, going back to Decontrol, like you said, an album on the way, shows on the way. Hopefully we can give you a nice, good warm-up in here. Now with this whole punk versus punk thing, funk on punk, punk on funk, do you think you would be able to tell any, funk bassist to get the funk out of here? Do you think when you guys start playing, you're going to be able to unleash some real fury bass-wise, or?
Well, yeah, but I like funk. So I can't, fight too much about it. But,
I can't fight too much about it.
Two different
Okay.
styles, but
Okay.
Just a little bit.
I'm sure the other guy rips.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit over
So are we
here.
calling for maybe our second face-off in history?
Second bass
So
off.
last face-off, I think Funk destroyed Punk.
Ooh.
So, but that was an unexpected idea at the last minute, which ended up becoming a quite a thing. So maybe we're going to see some difference tonight.
Right. Yeah. I think tonight. I think pretty soon we got. I'm just looking at this set list right over here, and I'm seeing a lot of history. Like you said, about 40 years of ideas coming alive on here. So. Yeah. So.
Yes,
Okay.
on an ancient parchment.
It's a part, but any questions from the audience? Any audience questions?
Do we have questions from the audience?
Questions from the audience?
Anybody?
What's your favorite band besides Decontrol?
It's hard to say, but most influential would probably be the Sex Pistols.
Good
That got
choice.
me playing.
Great choice. Great choice.
Yeah.
Brazillo's, Bad Brains.
Bad Brains.
Aerosmith.
Oh,
Aerosmith.
another great choice.
I
Another
heard
great choice.
Starship too, one of you guys earlier, right?
The Doodletown Pipers.
Doodle.
What about the Stickmen?
Stickmen were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of local bands, with Pure Hell, Lenny from Pure Hell is supposed to be on his way over here too. So there's
Nice.
another one that's been around for a long time.
Cool.
So what you guys just played Connie for a Crack. Well, in terms of venues, Philly right now has got a huge underground punk scene going on right now, especially with the home venues, the house venues. Have you guys done any house venues?
Not in years.
Not in years.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Would you be interested in doing a house
The
venue?
last house venue we did was in West Philly, and it was through a hole in the floor about that big, and there was about 60 or 70 people, and it looked like it was
circle
really
pit?
bad, and it was about 900
Fire trap.
degrees. There was no air, and if you needed to get out, it was over. And it was a really good show. I mean, I had fun, but
I was thinking to 502 then. Somewhere.
What's that?
502 in West Philly. It's a kind of a house venue, which is now closed down.
Wow.
But the house venues are huge, especially with the younger guys.
The Beaumont Warehouse is another one. The Where WHERE house. Question mark. That's a.
Is that really one?
Yeah.
Maybe they were unsure of the spelling.
Right. Maybe they aren't sure.
It's a typo, man. It's a typo.
That's definitely a fun one.
So you guys playing out now? We play out now with the new album coming out. What are your plans going forward with that? Do you think you're gonna have another album after this, or do you think that this might be it, or
No,
do you?
no. We'll keep playing until we drop.
Yeah, this isn't gonna end for you.
No.
This isn't going to end pretty.
You guys are you're very calm. You guys are at this real
Well,
like.
we saw Motorhead. Beck and I saw Motorhead, the last ever Philly show, on there, and I remember that's exactly. Lemmy did exactly what he wanted to do. He pretty much he didn't die on stage. He died maybe 2 months after his last show. But yeah, he went out there and he did it. Of course, I mean, didn't help all those years of, in his case, not particularly living the healthiest lifestyle on there. Definitely came by. But yeah, he wanted to be up there. He was.
So you're
Well, we
compar-
saw him. He was
We're
great.
comparing Decontrol to Motorhead.
Oh, I'm just saying, Motorhead did just that. They just played right till the end.
Well, yeah, and I was still talking about the Dead Wolf Band. Are you having involved with the West Philadelphia Orchestra at all? Do any of you guys have anything to do with the
West Philadelphia Orchestra. It's not an actual orchestra. It's a West
They
Philadelphia.
wanted
bebop.
me to play triangle.
Ooh, damn.
And you passed it up.
See, I wouldn't put that past them.
And we have the Philly Orchestra coming up on our show in the next couple of months, and they are just the most incredible operation. You look confused. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They're not a real orchestra. They're not like the Trans-Siberian
It's
Orchestra
Ted
also. They're
Milton
little.
and a bunch of other, kind of like Elliot Levin and a bunch of old heads from Philly, and it's just
Should have
the
started
coolest.
by saying
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the coolest group of people, and if you mentioned the Dead Wolfman, I don't know, I'm punch with those guys, but it'd be great to see you do a show with them. It'd be great. And see,
Well, we played with the Dead Milkmen a bunch.
just a bit.
Yeah.
When was the last time you guys jammed together?
About a year and a half ago, played a big
Yeah.
show in
Delaware.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Two nights,
Oh, really?
sold out. It wasn't because we sold out tickets. Obvious reasons.
Really?
I don't know.
Why, do you know somebody who was there?
I've seen Decontrol many more times than Dead Milkman, that's for sure. In
Since
terms
high
of-
school?
Since high school, but many times in high school. It seemed like you guys played every hardcore show there was. Does it seem like you played
I
every?
know, I was just wondering if you guys were playing that Wreckers Camden show with the Dead Kennedys,
Yes.
FOD.
Uh-huh.
I was there.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was
That show was like,
Yeah.
that was
I
epic.
just
It was
like,
one of my favorite shows
Yeah.
ever.
me
That-
too.
We,
Me too.
you didn't know how epic it was until all these years later, and you look back on it and you
And
see how much.
Billy the Upper had like his arms shaved in spirals. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
It was so funny.
You guys, the City Gardens,
Fred
City Gardens
Meyer.
documentary. Did you guys see that yet?
No.
No. Yeah, City Gardens. Remember City Gardens? They said it was going to reopen.
Yeah,
It's
right.
owned by the same guy, but apparently, I mean.
Yeah,
I
they
do
see-
remember
right.
talking to John Stewart.
Demolished. They demolished.
Josh, yeah, that's what I heard.
She was cooler in high school than I was. I wasn't that
Really?
at those shows in high school.
All right, so I guess we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back. And you guys will play set for us, and
Sure.
then we have a little surprise coming up with some friends of ours here from Allentown.
Uh-oh.
We got some shenanigans in store for you guys.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I think the Funk may have their work cut out for them tonight.
Well, all in a day's work.
All right, we're gonna break.
Here to have fun.
Did you get that